What day is it?
Day 4.
The fourth day.
The 4th day.
That's right. Where are we going?
zMAX Speedway. Something, North Carolina.
Right.
Hold on. Concord, North Carolina.
Concord, right.
Right there.
Okay. Wait. What's this?
They don't match up. We figured that out yesterday. See, they're down. Like, if you move these up, this is Atlanta, this is Columbia, this is Rockingham.
Okay.
Concord, North Carolina, Bristol, Tennessee. I'm back home to the losers that didn't make it today.
All right, let's go. So day 4, we're staging to get inside zMAX, and it's pretty much status quo. It's fairly early. I don't know how well you can hear this because I'm inside the car and we're idling, and it's usually pretty loud in here. So the fun part is well, I don't know that there's a fun part, but the fun part is sitting here and watching. I don't know what we're watching. First one of the day, we're here at zMAX. Parked right next to a beautiful Mustang with the owner, Chase. Chase, where are you from?
I'm from Michigan.
Michigan. Chase has got a beautiful, what year are we at, 68?
It's 68, yep.
Okay.
289, 4-speed car.
Chase didn't drive it all the way from Michigan, but we're driving it now, and it survived the ride in. Today it was kind of brutal. It was hot, long, and slow. So we're gonna walk around and look at this beautiful car, and the thing that struck me first is the color. I love this color. It's right for this car, and I think he likes it too, or it wouldn't be on there. The car's beautiful. It's straight. It's so pretty.
Thank you.
Do me a favor and pop the hood, and let's rehash a little bit of that conversation we were just having. Because what's in it now?
So right now we got a 289. And my goal for the car is I want to find a 390 motor, and I want to bore her out to a 445 cubic inch.
Okay.
Targeting a horsepower of 500.
Okay. And he got the look from me, because these cars are great, and they're not heavy. 500's a lot for this car, and it sounds awesome. It sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah. But at least you didn't say.
Yeah,
coyote.
Not a coyote swamp.
Yeah, at least
like
you didn't say that.
Nope.
Which, nothing against the coyote crowd. I love you, but I don't like the sound of farting tubas. So, so tell me a little bit more about the car. Obviously, the paint's the paint looks fairly new.
So we bought.
Said you'd had it for 10 years or so, but how old's the paint on it? It looks great.
I want to say it's about 10-15 years old.
Really?
Yeah. So
you guys have really taken care of it.
We bought it in its present form. The only thing I've done to it is I did a 4-disc brake conversion to Willwoods.
Okay. You like the Willwoods?
I do. I mean, it stops like a brand new car.
Yeah.
It's kind of. I think it stops better than a brand new car.
I think brakes are probably what.
Yeah.
Probably ought to be the first thing you spend money on, really.
Yep. So I mean, my view is if you put more power to the car, you got to be able to stop that power. Yeah. Go right ahead.
The interior looks great.
It's awesome.
These are great cars.
Did that. And this is my second power tour.
I see AC. Does it work?
Nope.
Okay. Well, nope. That's okay. Most of the people out here don't have it anyway. So.
Yeah. It's got 260 air.
Fair enough. And you got wing windows, so that helps.
Exactly. It does help.
Yeah.
Yeah. We stay pretty cool in the car. I mean, when it's 90 degrees, the air's just
if
hot
you're sitting,
at that point. Yeah.
If you're sitting, it sucks. I have a friend who's also on the channel. We dropped a 5-liter out of a Lincoln in his, and it's a pretty cool setup. But there's beauty in that setup and drivability. It's a great setup.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of horsepower in this thing. So obviously motor, and I saw a manual in it. That's a 4-speed, right?
4-speed.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's the T10. It's not the top loader, but it's okay. It's fun.
What gears are you running?
In the back, I believe they're 373s.
Okay.
They're pretty tall.
Will you be any plans on a different transmission, or are you sticking with the 4-speed?
I'm 50-50 on transmission. I'm either gonna do a 5-speed swap, or I'm gonna keep the 4-speed and put a gear vendors on the back end of it.
Well, I think either way you'll be happy. Just don't go with the TKO. Go with the TKX.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, man, I really appreciate you giving me your time today. I love your car. It's beautiful.
Yeah, no problem.
And I like to talk to long haulers when I can. So.
No, it's awesome.
Thanks for sharing with us.
Yeah, no problem. I'll see you next year.
Yes, you probably will.
Yeah.
I'm at a loss for words. So, how long have you owned this car?
Almost 10 years.
Okay, so I never knew. Okay, so last year you had the Corvair pickup.
Yes.
The year before that, this car was
This
here.
car.
This car's been in magazines.
Yes, it has.
I know this car. I didn't know you owned it. That's pretty cool. So, okay, tell me about the car. Let's go through it from a non-fanboyish.
How about from the front?
Yeah, let's go through it from the front. So, what year did we start with?
It's a 72 Plymouth Scamp, not a Dart.
Scamp.
Scamp.
Scamp. I said Dart earlier,
but
and my 1,000 apologies.
But it has a 69 Valiant grille.
Okay.
It has a modified front bumper because the bumpers are just too darn big.
Well, yes.
So you have to add a little bling to it.
So you shortened it and then chopped the ears off it?
No, I didn't shorten and chop. Just got rid of the bolts and added the fog lights.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And you recognize the hood, obviously.
Yeah, it's a Challenger hood.
70 Challenger hood.
Yeah, yeah. And the paint color, I really like that paint. It's beautiful. And you said that was a
2006, I believe. Daytona pickup.
And this is my favorite part of all of the late model swaps is they fit so well. They just, and they look like they grew there. I know it takes a lot to get them in there.
It takes a lot.
They're not easy, but they do.
You got to make it look normal.
The alternator being one of the main.
Yep.
I know a lot of people have a problem with the alternator, but in general, they do fit.
Yeah, they do
fit. So
yep.
when you bought the car,
it had a 318.
The condition of the car when you bought it was what?
It was a California car, had a couple of rust spots on it, but
not bad. What color was it?
White.
Okay. Okay.
And the vinyl top had been ripped off. Side trim had been cut off with a butcher
knife. Whose radiator are you using?
Stock bone radiator out of the Challenger. So I picked up an SRT8 that was wrecked.
Okay.
And at that point, the radiator was still good. So I used it.
I would too. It's already made for it.
Yep.
Did it fit well, or did you have to modify quite a bit to get it in there?
I modified a little bit, modified the condenser, just cut the top off the condenser because the top part is a cooler, and then the rest of it's a condenser, so I cut the top off to get that in there.
I remember last time I saw this car, I was really impressed with how the dash fit. It's
now.
just amazing to me how good it looks, and it's just beautiful. And you say now, tell me what it takes to get a Challenger dash inside it.
So the dash had to be cut right here where the airbag was. I cut 4 inches out of it.
Okay.
And which means you had to take 4 inches out of here. I cut this by 4. You could put snow skis in a Challenger glove box. I mean, they're that wide.
Okay.
So I cut 4 inches and you can't even tell.
It looks really good. Close that for me, please.
And it was upholstered. Before it's plastic.
There you go. Okay, that it doesn't show at all.
Right.
So that's really good.
It's all, you know, you got to body work it and all that.
So did you work the floor pans to get the Challenger seats to sit in an A-body?
They're not Challenger seats.
Whose seats are they?
It's an F word. 4 letters.
Okay. What are
Ford
they?
Focus.
Focus? Okay.
You can't get Challenger seats in it.
Are really tall.
Well, they're not tall. They're not as much tall as they're wide. They're made by Lazy Boy. And you couldn't get them in there and have the center console in it.
That makes sense to me. And that's a Challenger console, yes?
That's a Challenger console.
Okay, okay.
And even if you look at the stitching in the seats, here, and look here, pretty well matches it.
It really doesn't look any different at all.
No. But these are bone stock. I picked them up. I went seat shopping. I went just sitting in seats, measuring, and then I said, okay, these are the seats I like.
What do you tell the guy at the
dealership?
Yeah.
I sit in it, I measure it, and he goes, would you like to try it out? I just did.
No, I don't like this one. The seat's wrong.
So then I go to eBay and I buy a basically a brand new set.
So do me a favor. Close the door. Just close the door. Listen. I love that sound. I heard it when you opened it, and it's amazing to me. And I do remember that there was a lot of difference in the floor pan of the rear.
So the floor pan in the rear, in this case, what I did is I just got rid of the entire wheel well. Yeah. Because I wanted a custom tank to lay across the back.
I probably won't be able to.
Tank in there.
I don't think I'll be able to see much of it. Oh, that's hot. Yeah, you can't see squat. But
and I wanted exhaust to go past the tank without what I've seen people do, which is bang the tank.
Right.
So it's a custom tank. I made this. These are magnets.
Nice storage place.
Absolutely.
Because you got plenty of room in there.
Yes.
And you said something to me earlier about Challenger exhaust.
So these are Challenger exhaust tips that are up into the valance a little bit.
So how much of the original, like the exhaust, you got to keep the cats and the sensors?
So
and things?
I didn't keep the cats. So one of the problems that I had was you get into it. I go online and I listen at the Borla exhaust. Right, there's 3 different ones they recommended for a Challenger. Okay. One was called the Attack, which sounds like what we're hearing in the background. Yeah. One was mid-range. It was pretty good. Yeah. And then the other ones were way too quiet. Well, I bought the mid-range, and guess what? Challengers online have cats. This doesn't have a cat. So it's a little noisier than I care for, but...
Well, okay, it's aggressive.
It's aggressive.
And...
That's a motorcycle race-style gas cap.
It's very nicely integrated. It looks right.
I wanted a flip-top gas cap, and you go online, you're looking at all the Mopar stuff, and they're big. Yeah. And proportionally it wouldn't have been right. So then I stumbled across gas tanks for motorcycles, and then just got a wrecked gas tank, cut the top out.
It fits very nicely.
And you can get hundreds of different style caps.
I love that. Of all the things you've done to the car, what's your favorite feature?
I think the interior. I really do. And the reason I say that is because people see the engine compartment. Now the hood's kind of cool, but people see the engine compartment, it's like, okay, it's an engine compartment. But then when they see this, they're like, what did the guy do?
So door panels, that's different as well. The pulls are out of what?
So, okay.
Because that doesn't look Challenger to me.
No, it does not, because you can't get, you got to find something that fits on a flat door.
Yes.
and there's very few flat doors. Peugeot's got flat doors. I got Peugeot armrests in my Barracuda. These are Jeep.
Okay.
And these are BMW. The reason they're BMW is because they're basically contoured the same as.
They don't look wrong at all.
No.
They look like they grew there.
Yep.
And I had to take you a minute to study for that.
Oh yeah, yeah. And a lot of the stuff is, you know, a lot of research. You know, the gauges were, in this case, all the climate control, you know, gauges were, not gauges, but controls were. Those gauges fit right in there. Once you get everything out of there, they slid right in the pockets and they were fine.
So the rear seat.
The rear seat's out of that Ford Focus we were talking about, but it's been cut down.
Okay.
4 inches.
Okay. So, can I see that? Just a hair? Those look really good. They don't look out of place at all. Man, that's beautiful.
So you asked me what kind of my favorite thing is?
Yeah.
The hardest thing to do is to make things look normal.
Agreed. And not look like you just slapped them in there from another vehicle. Yeah,
exactly.
And that's my favorite part of this car, and I loved it when I saw it. Man, it would have had to been 2 years ago.
Yep.
That it was so natural.
I
think it was Hot Rod Magazine. No. Mopar Action. Yeah.
During COVID. Yep.
And
it kind of surprised me.
It was I remember the article, but it was a really good. It was really not goofy. Some of the stuff they write's kind of goofy. Yeah. But I like what they did for you. I just like the build. I think it's a great build. So this is its second long haul then?
That is correct.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I really appreciate you sharing this with me. Thank you. I think it's beautiful. I think it's great that you're driving it because it's an exceptional car.
Yeah, the problem, you know what the problem is about driving a nice car? It's like,
yes,
oh shit, ow.
I do. And I don't have that problem with this one.
But you're working on it.
I don't know that we'll ever be in the same league.
No?
I don't know that I have the talent.
You get the big seats.
I don't know that I ever have the talent to display.
It's just time.
I don't know.
You know, things that you don't notice. I mean, yeah, you notice the hood that's been modified. And we use the entire width of the Challenger hood. Entire width. Because the fenders on the Challenger are this wide, which makes the hood really narrow.
Well, man, I just love this car. I think it's really cool. And now that we're on the subject, tell me a story about the Corvair.
The Corvair story will have a happy ending.
But currently, the Corvair is under the knife.
Okay, so last time you and I talked about the Corvair was here at Hot Rod Power Tour.
It was last year.
Yes. I got home a couple months later. There's a elderly woman down the street. She keeps saying, "I really like your truck. Can I ride in it?" She's got to be in her mid-80s, and she nags me all the time. And I love the woman. I'm like, you know, you can't ride in it till it has seat belts. So
okay, that seems like a reasonable request.
Yeah, and I was getting ready for another long trip. I was putting a vintage air system in it. So on the weekend, I put seat belts in it, and then I'm going off, and I put the vintage air system in. But it was taking a while for the water to run from all the way in the back of the truck to all the way forward where the vintage air system is.
Okay.
And so I took it on the interstate. And what do? I just get on it. Get down the interstate, 80, 90 miles an hour. And I get to the exit, and I'm like, I have heat. I'm like, cool. And then I reached over. I said, you know what? It was stupid. I should have just had my seatbelt on. I'm going 90 miles an hour. Put the seatbelt in, took the exit. The first light. So it was less than a minute after I put that seatbelt in. Volvo XC90 decided it wanted to take a left-hand turn in front of me. And basically totaled the truck. So, 2 blessings. One, my buddy wasn't with me because he would have had some leg damage. Because there's no front end on that truck.
No.
Jay Leno says the good thing and the bad thing about that truck is you're always the first witness to the scene of the accident.
Yes.
And you are.
He's right.
And the seat belt, I had put a big washer in the back of the metal, and you could see it where it pulled out.
The Dodge D100, the early stuff, doesn't have one of those, and I'm thinking of putting one in.
You put one in there and scooch a doggone washer up there to give you a little extra meat.
That's a great idea.
See you again.
Hey, how you doing?
Did you run it?
Yes, I did.
What it did?
It was embarrassing.
Well.
Embarrassing.
Well,
how?
99 mile an hour, 14 something. Okay. I missed third gear.
Hey, guess what?
Okay.
But you can still drive it home.
Oh yeah. Didn't fall apart. Didn't fall apart. But yeah, the Corvair.
It'll be back though. The Corvair's under the knife and it's coming back. When do you think it's coming back?
It'll probably be out here next year.
Cool. All right.
But it'll be pretty.
Well, given your definition of pretty, I believe you. And you know what? I really appreciate the time.
Hey,
I love it that you saw me and recognized me, because I don't think I'm recognizable. I guess I am. I'm odd.
And you see a lot of people. You see a lot of people, so at that point it's like,
you're just numb. so man, I really appreciate you bringing this by, because I did not connect the two.
Yeah.
I didn't connect you as being the owner of this car. This car's really cool.
It is.
And I do appreciate it.
It's an attention whore.
Well, thank you for sharing it with me.
Not a problem, brother.
I'm going to put it up on the channel.
Okay, not a problem.
So we're at zMAX and I'm doing an interview, and some guy comes up to me and totally fanboys out on me. He like wants my autograph and asked me for, I don't know, all kinds of. I'm just kidding you. I'm just kidding you. One of our viewers is here, and I know there's more. There's got to be more, but he actually recognized me, which I don't know why. But he's here in a car. He's long hauling. And which year is this for you? How many years you been?
3.
3. And what's your name?
Brandon Batters.
Brandon
Batters.
My bad, my ears are baked after being in that car. So Brandon brought his 73 Camaro. How are you doing? How's it going?
Doing good.
It's doing good?
I hate to jinx myself.
Yeah, we don't want to talk too much about it, but I got to say something.
It runs great.
It runs great. No overheats.
No overheats whatsoever.
Excellent. So you're carbureted? What are you running for? What are you running for a powertrain?
383 stroker. Got TCI Street Fighter.
Okay.
3500 stall. Quick performance 9-inch.
You said you're running a 325 gear. So highway's not bad for you, really, then.
It's not too bad. I think the stall kind of keeps me in the higher RPMs.
Well, okay. All right then. So I see you're running dual electric fans, almost a must for anything like this. How long? And you've had the car for how long?
About 5 years.
5 years.
Was a factory 4-speed car. Now turbo 350.
So, just out of curiosity, why no 4-speed?
I don't like shifting no more. That basically sums it up. Used to be the only thing you bought.
My left leg hurts.
Yeah.
My knee hurts.
My pedal's still there, so it could go back in if it.
I don't blame you. The only thing I like about a 5-speed, there's some bragging rights to driving a manual car.
Absolutely.
The whole man pedal thing. And the 5th gear is so cool. The overdrive is great, but God, days like today, oh, it hurts. It just hurts. So we were talking about the rear end. You said you'd done some stuff to your rear end.
Yeah.
You went away from the GM stuff and you went for a 9-inch?
It's got a quick performance Ford 9-inch under it. I did the Caltrax traction bars.
Why on earth would you go away from a 10 or a 12 bolt to go to a 9-inch?
Well, 9-inch holds more. It's tougher.
Yeah.
I want to do it once, not multiple.
I know. You said you'd had like.
So
you said you'd had like 3 12 bolts in it.
10 bolts.
10 bolt. Well, ish.
Yeah. Same difference.
Not a whole lot of difference. So, what's your favorite part of the car?
Just always liked them. I think the body style of the 70 to 73 is one of the best.
Yeah, I would agree.
Thanks.
I like this. The early, I guess you call it, this is second gen.
Second gen.
Yeah, the early second gens are beautiful.
Yep.
So what's next? What are you doing next to it? What's on the list?
I want to do new glass. The glass is pretty scratched up. AC. It's going to get AC.
I understand. Are you already? Doesn't look like it had it.
Yeah, it was a factory AC car. It really
Okay,
was.
so that plate is.
I put that in there.
Okay, all right.
I've had everything apart on this car.
Yeah, I understand that too. A lot of people.
The only thing that's really original on the car is the brake booster and master cylinder.
All right.
I mean, everything else has been touched.
Well, it's beautiful. I love these Camaros,
and I'm getting 15 mile a gallon.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I can't complain.
You can't complain.
I was hoping for 8.
You were really surprised.
So I wasn't let down any.
Oh, that's great. Well, man, I hope to see you again on the road. I hope you have a great trip home. This event's so huge. I'm guessing I'm not gonna see you again, but if I do, I'll wave.
We'll look for
So, take care, man. It's been good talking to you.
You too.
Thanks for watching too, by the way.
I like it.
I'm gonna have to ask you to speak up because that fart stang's gonna make a noise. I'm sure they like to be heard. So
maybe they'll cut it off.
What are we looking at here? What
this is
in general? What do we start with body wise?
So this is a 1961 Willys Sedan Delivery Parkway, which I've done some research on, and this is one of 2,500 that ever went through the Parkway conversion plant. And what makes that is the back windows. This was a panel wagon when it started life.
Okay.
They put the windows in it in a thing called a Parkway conversion plant, and they only done 2,500 through that history.
Oh, I like you a lot. You've already irritated the purists.
Oh yes, very much. So
okay, good.
So the purists, they wanted everything to be, you know, kind of, oh well, why are you messing this up? And I can't believe it. The guy that gave me the information from California said, what do you plan on doing with it? Because it's a rare bird. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like,
I was gonna make something awful.
He said, well, with the flat front windshield and the window, he said there may have been 30 done with the flat front windshield. Everything.
Okay. Yours isn't flat, right?
Yes, it is. See,
it is flat.
It's flat. It don't have the bar in it.
I can't tell. I don't have my
normally,
glasses.
Normally a Willys would have like a Hummer has that bar in the middle.
Okay.
So this is a flat front windshield and the flat sides.
So this is a really rare dog.
So it's a really rare thing.
Oh.
And I'm not sure if your camera will pick it up.
All right.
But this
let me try it. Why not?
This is what it started life as.
Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna move a little to keep the glare. Maybe somewhere in the glare. Okay. That's pretty cool.
That's what it started as.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm 5 years on the wheel.
We started about 5 years ago with that.
Yes, sir.
And what did you do first?
So I just started. I done the frame, originally.
So you built the frame?
Yes, sir. I built the frame.
Okay, you said the front stub was out of a...
Front stub is an S10.
S10,
and then from about mid-door back, it was just tube frame out as an S10.
Okay.
Now, this year, I've back halved it. It's got a chassis works, rear end housing, Ford 9.
I noticed the cage.
Yes, sir.
It looks like you have some pretty serious plans.
Well, actually, we went to Paducah, Kentucky last year.
Right.
And as we went to Paducah, Kentucky, we done flag drags, and I broke the 7-second barrier.
Okay.
So it was like, if I ever plan on running on a track again, I have to have a cage in it. So with that being said, I had to open it up, and so I went full cage, full harnesses, everything.
So did you build your cage?
I actually had a guy build it for me. That's the only thing I haven't done.
I think having the cage built is probably a good idea.
It's certified because he's a certified builder. So
it's going to keep the thing off your head if it goes upside down. I just think there's money you should spend.
So, but everything else on this thing I have done myself.
He's even got air conditioner.
Yes, I have my air conditioner.
There you go.
That thing's pretty cool. It blows well and does good. Yeah. So
we keep this.
It's got a under the
genuine wood paneling too. I like
it.
It's
hand painted. Actually.
You know some talented people. I don't know anybody could paint that well.
Underneath the hood.
Actually, I do, but
we've got a 388 stroker.
Okay. So we were talking about this earlier, and you were planning on putting this on a road course somewhere. If they'll let you.
If they'll let me one day, yes.
That'll be fun. Have you ever had it on a road course before?
I haven't. I've run it down the drag strip a few times.
This would be fun to watch because typically things with tunnel rams on them don't go on a road course.
Tunnel rams don't do a road course.
I don't see those two together, but it'll be fun to watch.
So it's a lot of fun. I'll start it up if you'd like to hear it run.
Yeah, let's hear it. I'd love that. Sniff, don't scratch. That's very nice. Sounds really good. You tune it yourself?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any problems on the way in? Any trouble getting it?
Well, actually, on the way in, I noticed that it wasn't starting right, wasn't doing a few things, and noticed that I had about 5 pounds of fuel pressure. So I had to. I went to a little local shop here, or actually in Rockingham, and the guy let me put it up on the rack, and I changed out all the components with the new Summit racing pump. And so I got it back up on gear, but otherwise I've not had a problem.
Man, you're the second guy I've talked to who had locals save his bacon. Hospitality on this tour is just amazing.
Oh, it's bar none. I mean, so I called Johnny's Automotive in Rockingham and said, Johnny, you know, who can I go to? I called like Black's and Johnny's. Johnny said, I really need a mom and pop place so I can work on it myself. You know, I just don't trust anybody with my truck.
I wouldn't either.
So Johnny said, let me give you this guy's number. I called him. He said, yeah, man, come over. You know, use my shop. You can use my tools, whatever you want to do.
Good people.
So I gave
the
guy a 50 spot, and you know,
good people to know,
just for using the shop. And I was like, man, I couldn't have done it without it. So.
Well, I really like this. I really appreciate you letting me put it on my channel.
Absolutely.
And I think it's really cool that you're driving it and beating on it at the same time.
I mean, we did the tour last year. I was 1,700 miles driveway to driveway. This year is going to be about 15 to 16. And I built it to drive and enjoy. I didn't build it just to sit at home and say I got it, you know?
You know, a lot of people don't see it that way, but I do. I do. And hopefully most of my viewers do too.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. I'll give you our link, and thanks for being on the channel, man.
Thank you.